We all have someone in our lives who's kind of toxic. They could be family, friends, or even people we work or study with. These toxic folks have a way of sucking our energy and making us feel pretty bad. It might be a family member who's always criticizing, a friend who's manipulative, a jealous coworker, or a relative that loves drama. The sad part is, we can't always get rid of them completely. But hey, the good news is there are ways to deal with them. In this video, I'm gonna share 8 easy ways to handle difficult people and set boundaries. Because your peace of mind matters most, right here, right now. Welcome back to Mindful Infusion. Are you ready to infuse your journey with wisdom and insight? Let's do this. Step 1. Spot toxic behavior. The first thing to do is pay attention and recognize when someone's actions or words are harmful. Sometimes, toxicity creeps in slowly, so we need to keep a sharp eye out. Do they say hurtful things or make you feel bad with their comments? For instance, poking fun at your looks or smarts in a mean way. Remember, insults disguised as jokes aren't funny. Another warning sign is when someone tries to control or guilt trip you emotionally. Like when a friend says, "If you really cared, you'd help me with this." Some people just love drama, envy, and stirring up trouble for the thrill of it. While it might be tough to spot these behaviors at first, they become clearer over time. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. If you often feel drained, confused, mad, or down on yourself, you might be dealing with a toxic person. Step 2. Don't take it personally. I know it's tough to believe, but most of the time, when someone acts toxic, it's not really about us. Even if they say hurtful things or make us feel bad, it's often because of their own issues, like insecurities, fears, or a need to control. It's easy to think we're the problem, but honestly, 99.9% of the time, their criticism has nothing to do with us. It's more about their own struggles and unhappiness, so don't blame yourself. Their negativity says more about them than it does about you. Keep being your amazing self, in charge of your own happiness. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Step 3. Set clear limits. Once you spot someone toxic, it's important to create some healthy boundaries. Sometimes, when we're around someone who brings us down, it's tough to set those limits. But drawing a line in the sand to know how far you're willing to go is vital for your well-being. The key is to express your boundaries clearly but gently. This lets the other person understand how their actions impact you. At the same time, it gives you the okay to step back or end the conversation if things get out of hand. For instance, you can tell them not to make hurtful comments about your looks, choices, or personal life. It's also good to make it clear that you won't share private stuff about yourself or others. These are just examples, so make sure to recognize and communicate what your boundaries are, always with respect in mind. Step 4. Visualize a protective shield. A simple trick to shield yourself emotionally from toxicity is to imagine you're surrounded by an invisible protective shield. When you're dealing with tough folks or feeling uneasy in a situation, just envision this shield wrapping around you, keeping you safe. Picture it however you like. It could be any color, round or oval shaped. The main thing is to feel its presence, covering and looking out for you. By visualizing this shield, you can imagine that any criticism, negative comments, or bad vibes bounce off of it harmlessly. It glides over you and fades away, never getting under your skin. Remember, just let it slide. Step 5. Focus on yourself. Dealing with tough or tricky people can wear you out emotionally. That's why it's really important to take some quality time to recharge afterward. Take a few hours, or even a whole day, to just focus on yourself, doing things that make you feel good and bring back your inner calm. You might want to do things like going for a walk, listening to your favorite music, reading a book you enjoy, or simply taking a nice, relaxing bath. The idea is to give yourself some good, quality time to shake off any lingering negativity that might still be bothering you inside. This way, you can boost your spirits and get ready to face whatever comes next with a better attitude and outlook. Taking care of yourself helps balance out the effects of other people's negativity. Step 6. Walk away. If the earlier steps don't work, there will be times when you just need to distance yourself from a toxic person for your own sake. Like the Dalai Lama said, let go of people who only bring complaints, problems, scary stories, fear, and judgment of others. So step back, slowly or directly. Say goodbye if you need to, or just get out of there. Remember, some people come into our lives and make them better, but others, when they leave, make them better. Step 7. Learn to live with them. If you can't just walk away because they're a part of your life, try to learn how to live with them. Take a moment to figure out what's causing the tension in your relationship with that person. First, decide if they're a universal toxic. Everyone agrees they're toxic and harmful. Or if they're more of an individual toxic, someone who mainly affects you. Then, dig into why they make you feel this way. What emotions do you experience when you're around them? Do you feel inferior, weak, angry, scared, or furious? Try to understand their perspective. What's going on with them? Why do they treat you like that? Many times, by understanding what others are going through, their life story, their traumas or problems, we can empathize and stop suffering. Here's a bold suggestion: forgive them. A heart filled with resentment can't find happiness, and forgiveness is often the best medicine. Step 8. Surround yourself with those who appreciate you. In your support circle, you probably have some people who are like your energy boosters. They're the loved ones who, just by hanging out with them, give you an extra kick of energy, happiness, and peace. With them, you feel totally at ease. No need for masks or judgments. They love you for who you are and bring out your best self by simply being around. So try to hang out with them when you need a lift. If their comforting presence refreshes you like nothing else, then it's the perfect remedy to counteract any outside negativity. Remember, the most dangerous thing about these people, or emotional vampires, is that they drain our energy and hardly let us breathe without us even noticing. They're experts at forming intensely absorbing relationships and masters of the art of toxicity. But we can't change people, and we can't always avoid those we don't like. What we can do is choose how we react to them. I hope the steps in this video help you build out your personal boundaries and keep your well-being in check. Just remember, you deserve to be around people who treat you well, with kindness and respect. And for those who aren't on board with that, let their attitudes not break through our protective shield. If these tips did the trick for you, stick around with us at Mindful Infusion. We promise to be there for you on your journey toward a happier you. Until next time.